The film Slingshot, 2024, opens aboard the spacecraft Odyssey on a groundbreaking mission to Titan, the largest moon of Saturn. The mission is humanity's next step in space exploration, driven by the prospect of accessing Titan's hydrocarbon reserves to combat Earth's energy crisis. John, the protagonist, awakens from deep hibernation, facing the typical disorientation and physical side effects induced by the long sleep. The crew, led by a no-nonsense captain and featuring individuals like the determined engineer Nash, begins its next phase of the mission, preparing for the gravitational slingshot maneuver around Jupiter to propel the spacecraft toward Titan. Early on, the crew exchanges routine communications with Mission Control in Houston. Their updates provide reassurance about the ship's systems, from artificial gravity to thruster efficiency, which are functioning nominally. However, tensions simmer as Nash challenges the risks of their mission, a sentiment shared by others when a mysterious collision dents the ship's hull. The external damage, though minor, sets off debates about whether to continue or abort the mission. Flashbacks offer glimpses into John's pre-Messian life, including his connection with Zoe, an ATS engineer, who becomes a symbol of what he left behind. The film delves into the personal sacrifices and emotional burdens of the crew, juxtaposing their scientific objectives with their inner struggles. John's moments of solitude, haunted by visions of Zoe, highlight the psychological toll of deep space travel. These hallucinations become increasingly vivid, blurring the lines between memory and reality. As the Odyssey approaches Jupiter, its gravitational pull becomes both a tool and a threat. The slingshot maneuver demands absolute precision. Failure could doom the mission. Amid these challenges, the crew faces escalating crises, unexplained power failures, disrupted communications, and disagreements about the ship's structural integrity. Nash proposes altering the mission trajectory to return to Earth, citing potential risks that the diagnostics fail to detect. The captain, however, insists on staying the course, emphasizing the mission's significance for humanity. The tension escalates into a power struggle. Nash clandestinely recruits John to his side, proposing a covert plan to adjust the ship's trajectory during the slingshot. The conflict between duty and survival becomes central, with John torn between loyalty to the captain and his growing doubts about the mission's safety. Nash's desperation culminates in recounting the haunting story of Tor Ice Station, a failed Antarctic research mission that ended in tragedy due to leadership's refusal to adapt to imminent danger. This parable serves as a grim warning of what could unfold aboard Odyssey. As the slingshot maneuver begins, the crew faces a heart-pounding sequence of events. Jupiter's immense gravitational forces strain the ship, testing its design and the crew's resolve. Nash's plan nearly succeeds, but John's last-minute hesitation allows the captain to regain control, averting mutiny. The maneuver propels the Odyssey toward Titan, but at a cost. The ship sustains further damage, and morale reaches a breaking point. The climax unfolds as the crew nears Titan. The moon's foreboding landscape, characterized by methane rivers and lakes, looms ahead. Their arrival is met with the realization that Titan's potential for oxygen extraction, crucial for returning to Earth, may have been overestimated. This revelation forces the crew to confront the ultimate question: was the mission worth it? The film's ending leaves the audience pondering humanity's relentless pursuit of progress, the cost of survival, and the fragile balance between exploration and exploitation. The narrative of Slingshot, 2024, unfolds aboard Odyssey, a Stathoft-Hart spacecraft on humanity's most ambitious interstellar mission, reaching Titan, the enigmatic moon of Saturn. The journey is a testament to human ingenuity and determination, fueled by Earth's desperate need to solve its escalating energy crisis. Titan, with its abundant methane reserves, represents hope for a sustainable future. However, this hope comes at a great cost to the crew of Odyssey. The story begins with John awakening from hibernation. This process, fraught with side effects like nausea, confusion, and hallucinations, mirrors the disorientation of embarking on an unprecedented mission. As the spacecraft hurtles through the void, the crew must manage the delicate balance of maintaining operational efficiency while preserving their mental and physical well-being. Routine operations reveal the highly regimented structure aboard Odyssey. The captain, a pragmatic and seasoned leader, runs a tight ship, emphasizing the importance of discipline and teamwork. Nash, the ship's outspoken engineer, provides a counterbalance, questioning decisions and pushing boundaries. Tensions between them simmer below the surface, as Nash increasingly doubts the mission's safety and the captain's unwavering resolve to stay on course. A critical turning point occurs when an unidentified object strikes the ship, leaving a visible dent on the hull. Though diagnostics report no significant damage, the incident introduces an undercurrent of fear and uncertainty. Nash's skepticism grows, and he begins to hypothesize about potential structural weaknesses overlooked during the ship's design. His theories ignite heated debates, with the crew divided between continuing the mission and considering an early return to Earth. John becomes the emotional anchor of the story, grappling with his own doubts and a sense of isolation. Flashbacks to his life before the mission reveal a budding connection with Zoe Morgan, an engineer who worked on the Odyssey project. Zoe represents a tether to humanity and normalcy, contrasting the sterile and perilous environment of space. As John's hallucinations intensify, he begins to see Zoe aboard the ship, her presence a mix of comfort and torment. The stakes escalate as the Odyssey approaches Jupiter, the site of the crucial gravitational slingshot maneuver. This complex feat of orbital mechanics involves harnessing the planet's immense gravity to catapult the spacecraft toward Titan. The mission's success hinges on precise calculations and flawless execution. Yet, the crew faces mounting challenges, unexplained power surges, disrupted communications, and unresolved questions about the ship's integrity. Nash proposes a radical plan to abandon the Titan mission and use Jupiter's gravity to return to Earth. He enlists John in his scheme, arguing that the risks of continuing far outweigh the rewards. In a gripping scene, Nash recounts the story of Tor Ice Station, a doomed Antarctic research outpost where rigid adherence to protocol led to disaster. His words resonate with John, who begins to question the captain's judgment and the mission's ultimate value. The journey to Titan. The crew's arrival at Titan is both triumphant and sobering. The moon's surface, a mosaic of icy landscapes and hydrocarbon seas, is a breathtaking yet alien sight. This marks humanity's closest encounter with an environment that, while hostile, bears a haunting resemblance to a primordial Earth. However, the exhilaration of reaching their destination is short-lived. The equipment designed to probe beneath Titan's icy crust reveals conflicting data, raising doubts about the presence of oxygen reserves essential for their return journey. This realization triggers a schism among the crew. For some, Titan represents the culmination of years of work, a symbol of humanity's ingenuity and resilience. For others, it is a stark reminder of the gamble they have taken, leaving behind a planet in crisis for uncertain gains. The debates among the crew members become increasingly charged, reflecting broader societal questions about the cost of progress and the morality of exploiting new worlds for Earth's survival. John's transformation. John, who begins the journey as a steadfast member of the team, undergoes a profound transformation. Haunted by visions of Zoe and memories of Earth, he becomes a symbol of humanity's inner conflict, the push for exploration versus the pull of connection and home. His hallucinations blur the line between reality and imagination, suggesting that the mental strain of deep space is as much an obstacle as the physical challenges. In one poignant moment, John converses with Zoe's imagined presence, grappling with his guilt over leaving her and his growing doubts about the mission's purpose. Zoe's image seems to challenge him, asking whether the sacrifices made in the name of progress can ever be justified. These scenes add a deeply personal layer to the film, grounding the high-stakes space drama in universal themes of love, loss, and purpose. The final conflict. As the crew's stay on Titan progresses, cracks in their unity deepen. Nash, emboldened by the failures of the mission's assumptions, pushes harder for an immediate return to Earth. The captain, whose resolve has been the backbone of the journey, begins to falter under the weight of unrelenting challenges. A critical decision looms: attempt to drill deeper into Titan's ice in search of oxygen or cut their losses and use the remaining fuel to head home. This decision sparks a climactic confrontation. Nash accuses the captain of endangering the crew in blind pursuit of a mission that may no longer be viable. The captain, in turn, accuses Nash of undermining their chances of success through fear and insubordination. John finds himself caught in the middle, torn between his loyalty to the captain and his growing alignment with Nash's pragmatism. In the film's most tense moment, Nash attempts to override the ship's controls to initiate an unsanctioned departure from Titan. The resulting standoff pushes the crew to the brink of physical violence, highlighting the psychological toll of their isolation and the weight of their mission. Ultimately, it is John who diffuses the situation, appealing to both sides to consider the broader implications of their actions. His plea underscores the film's central theme, the necessity of unity and compromise in the face of existential challenges. A bittersweet resolution. The crew ultimately decides to drill one final time, a last-ditch effort to secure the oxygen needed to refuel for their return journey. As the drill pierces Titan's ice, tension mounts. The data streams from the equipment seem to confirm the presence of oxygen, but the readings are faint and inconsistent. In a hauntingly beautiful sequence, the crew watches as plumes of vapor rise from beneath the surface, their hopes briefly reignited. However, the celebration is short-lived. The drilling equipment malfunctions, damaged by Titan's extreme conditions. The crew is forced to abandon the operation, their mission incomplete. The captain, in a rare moment of vulnerability, addresses the crew, acknowledging the risks they took and the courage they displayed. Though their mission did not achieve its primary objective, the data they collected and the barriers they broke will pave the way for future endeavors. As Odyssey departs Titan, the film's final scenes reflect on the crew's journey. The camera lingers on John, staring out at the receding moon, his expression a mix of relief, regret, and resolve. His hallucinations of Zoe fade, replaced by a quiet determination to make it back to Earth. The ship's course is set, but the future remains uncertain. The film concludes on an ambiguous note, leaving the audience to ponder the broader implications of humanity's quest for survival. The mission to Titan, while groundbreaking, underscores the fragility of human ambition in the face of cosmic indifference. The crew's journey becomes a microcosm of Earth's struggle to balance progress with preservation, raising profound questions about the cost of exploration and the ethics of exploiting new frontiers. Slingshot, 2024, masterfully blends elements of science fiction, psychological drama, and existential reflection. Its narrative weaves together the thrill of space exploration with the intimate struggles of its characters, creating a story that is as much about the human spirit as it is about the vastness of the universe. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.